Okay, welcome back. Sarah from TimberTracks here, wanting to give you a little tutorial video on how supervisors can approve their employee time cards. So let's get started. So as you can see, when you first log in, this is what the sort of dashboard will look like for you. You won't have any information in it because you haven't entered anything yet, but once we get started, these headers will start to fill up with lists of other time cards underneath it, and we'll get a little bit further along to that. If you want to add a time card, you would do it by clicking that big green button there and then going through and filling in the blanks like date, and position, and project, and hours, and then continuing on and possibly forms. Maybe you have your daily vehicle inspection checklist on there. And then we would, once you're doing that, you would click save in the top right, but because we left blanks, we can't do that right now. Anyway, let's go back because we're not talking about adding time cards right now, we're talking about approving them. So first thing I want you to do when you do log in is check your settings. So we click on the menu button in the top left, go to settings. So the default settings are as follows, showing my submitted. It doesn't show my approved or my employee approved without changing those settings. And it also doesn't show more than 1 week of time cards unless you change the settings. So I'm going to turn everything on for now. And I'm also going to select 4 weeks just so that we see everything. And I'm going to go back to time cards. As you can see, it hasn't changed anything at this point, but whenever you change the settings, you have to refresh your app. So I'm just going to pull down the screen with my finger, and you can see the little syncing arrow going. And we have a couple different time cards that have popped up. These are things that I've pre-populated from the server and completed for this demo. You can see that there's my submitted time card. So as this supervisor or this contractor, I've created my own time cards, which are in here, and they're pending approval from my supervisor. And then down here are some submitted employee time cards. So these are time cards that your direct reports have submitted. So we have one here, and it's from September 2nd. It's been submitted for approval. So we're going to go through and we're going to check it. So basically what I just did there was I just clicked on the thing, on the listing of it, and it takes me inside of it. You can't make any changes to it, but you can review it for completeness, for whether or not they put in all the information that you want them to. And then once you are happy with it or not, you can either approve it or reject it. So say, for example, they put the wrong date in, or the hours are incorrect, or maybe they picked the wrong block. You can reject it and then send them a reason for why you're rejecting it. So you say wrong block, please make changes and resubmit. And then you would click reject, and that would continue through reject, and the listing would then turn red. In this case, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to click cancel and go back. If you're happy with it, then you can click approve. So once we click approve, you can see that it changes to green listing. And so now that employee time card has been approved. Now, as a contractor, I'm going to go back into the approved time card. Not a supervisor, but a contractor level account has sort of the ultimate authority. So say the field supervisor approves this time card, but the owner or the manager isn't satisfied with it, they can actually from the office or from their phone reject it and request a reason why. Maybe they didn't complete their safety checklist. So there is a couple different points where validation can occur, and that's just another one of them. So we're going to go back. So now it's approved. Another way that you can approve time cards is from this list page. If you've already say you've looked at it earlier today, or you were just sitting there doing it with your employee as they were filling it out, you can just click on it and drag it to the left there, and it's going to give you a couple different options, and you can approve it or you can reject it right from there. If you haven't already checked the time card, I don't advise that you do it this way, but if you have, then it is a quick and easy way of going through and approving a bunch on your list. Okay, So if anyone has any questions about this, please reach out to support@timbertracks.ca or have a quick conversation with your administrator for TimberTracks at your company, and then they can contact me with any questions that come up. I look forward to hearing from you, and I hope you enjoy using TimberTracks. Have a great day.